Alright, so the very first thing you want to do is grab your toilet paper roll and you're going to tape it to the construction paper. Now if you don't have a toilet paper roll, you may also use a paper towel roll and just cut that in half. If you want to make 2 bumblebees, it would be best to use a paper towel roll and just cut it in half. Now what I'm doing here is trying to make sure that my paper is parallel to the toilet paper roll and taping that straight. If I don't tape it straight on there, then the little bumblebee is gonna look all wonky. So I'm making sure that it's straight. Now I'm going to take my marker and draw a line right across the construction paper of where I need to make my next cut. This line is to help me to make sure that the construction paper isn't too long on my bumblebee. And even if it is, that's fine. I can just tape over it. But I don't want to use all my construction paper in case I want to make another bumblebee. So that's why I'm cutting it. Go ahead and cut along the line. Alright, that looks good. I'm going to take my toilet paper roll and I'm going to do the same thing as I did earlier. I'm going to take that tape, line it up, then I'm going to cut off the extra construction paper here. That way my bumblebee isn't super long. Alrighty, this bumblebee is going to be amazing. Alright, smush down that tape or smash it down. Wrap your little paper around the bumblebee. Now I'm going to tape the bottom of it to the bumblebee. I like to tape it all the way across the toilet paper roll. You could just do it, use a little less tape and tape maybe the middle and the edges, but I like to do it where I use the tape around the whole bottom. I noticed that I have some extra construction paper hanging out. I'm just gonna cut that off, trim it up a bit. The cheapest haircut this bumblebee will ever get. Alright, snip, snip. Let it rip. Do a little twist. Alright. Take that, just throw it out there. Preferably throw in the trash can. Alright, then I'm gonna take my marker, and this is the fun part. I'm going to draw 2 big fat black stripes around my yellow bumblebee. I kind of wonder why bumblebees have black stripes around them. Why not purple? Or pink? Or white? Be a very interesting thing to look up. If you know why, go ahead and put it down in the comments section.
Hey, Horsene. Thanks for waiting quietly and patiently for me. I'll get you some food. Alright, we're back. And I'm going to draw 2 of these little circles here. I'm going to put my antenna onto these circles. Check this out. It's fuzzy.
Now this little thing is called a pipe cleaner. I've actually cut 1 long pipe cleaner into 2 pieces. Really small pieces for my antenna. Now when you're bending the little antenna on the bumblebee, you want to make sure that the antenna looks like the letter J. Alright, grab your tape. I'm going to put that letter J right there on a dot. And tape it down. You might have to move your little antenna around. Make sure the tape is nice and secure. It's holding in that antenna. If you have extra tape there, you can tuck it in to the edge of the bumblebee. Alright, now this second piece, I'm doing the same thing. I'm using my thumbnail to bend the antenna. Get my second piece of tape. Keep your thumb there, hold it down while you're grabbing that tape. Alright, move the antenna back a little. It's okay if it shifts around. And there you have it, your little construction bumblebee. Alright, it's time to make our second bumblebee, the can bumblebee. Now the first thing I'm going to do is take my yellow marker and I'm going to color this white piece of paper yellow. Amarillo, I think is how you say it in Spanish. I'm not very good at speaking Spanish. I am learning. As my students may know, they might giggle at me when I try to say words in Spanish. A lot of times they're my teachers. Now if you don't have a yellow marker, you can use a yellow colored pencil or yellow crayon. Now I'm grabbing my scissors. Be careful when you're using them. You don't want to cut yourselves like I did, which is why I have that band-aid on my hand. Be very careful. Now we're going to take our tape and we're going to wrap our paper, our now yellow paper, around our can. And I'm going to make sure that the paper is parallel with the can. That way I can make a nice even cut. Some of you might be ahead of me, and if so, that is perfectly fine. Alright, you don't have to cut your paper if you don't like to. Maybe the extra paper doesn't really bother you. If that's the case, you can just take your tape and go ahead and tape the bottom of it to the can right now. But me, I like to cut off the extra paper. So I'm going to make a line. And I'm going to color in that extra space so that all of my bumblebee is yellow right after I make this cut. Cut, 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 cut. Again, please be careful when working with scissors. If you don't feel comfortable, or maybe you're overly confident and feel very comfortable with the scissors, make sure you have somebody watching you. I'm 26, I cut myself. It happens. Alrighty, now I'm going to take this paper and try to line it up diagonally. Let's see what happens when I do that instead of lining it up parallel. Yeah, kind of looks like my Christmas wrapping. You know, when you're trying to wrap things like bottles and stuff. Make sure that you are not putting that paper on there diagonally. Line it up parallel. Alright, go ahead, wrap that sucker up. Get some tape. Make sure that you tape the paper to the can. I like to tape all of the bottom of the paper to the can and not just part of it. Okay, get some scissors. I'm going to cut off the excess paper because, as you can tell, this bumblebee looks very long. And I don't want him to be that long. I want to be able to hold him in my hand. Make sure to throw your trash in the trash can after you're done working on this. Don't leave it to your parents to clean. Alright, clean your own messes. You make it, you clean it up. Alright, take your black marker and we are going to draw on our black stripes. Now, I'm kind of in a hurry. If I had more time today, I would actually be super diligent and take my time on making these stripes look really pretty, but I am in a rush, so please don't mind me. You can make your bee have as many stripes as you want as well. You don't have to have just 2. Beautiful. Alrighty. Next, we're gonna put our little bee's antenna on. Get some tape. And before you put on the antenna, don't forget this step. Draw 2 little dots on there. Some of you might not need to use the dots. I like to use them. Alright, take your antenna, bend it, and tape it up. There we go. Get your second one. Make sure you're bending it into a J shape or an L shape. Get your tape, put on that second piece. Perfect. Now, I'm putting the antenna on this side of the can because I want to draw a face on him. Super excited about this. All right.
Now I'm going to draw on his face using a Sharpie. If you don't have a Sharpie, you can just use the black marker that you used to draw on the stripes. Give him 2 giant eyes, and now I'm gonna give him a cute little smiley face. Isn't he adorable? Aww. This is my canned bumblebee. Now we're gonna work on our paint bee.
It's time to make our paint bee.
Alright, now you need to make sure you have a paintbrush and some yellow paint and your black marker really close to you. You do not need the scissors for this, so I'm gonna toss that out.
Alright, with this particular paint that I'm using, I'm actually going to need to shake it before I use it. Ooh, cool little bubble there. That's gonna be fun to pop. Perfect. Alright, take your paintbrush, dip it in the paint, and have fun with painting this. Ah, this is very therapeutic. I haven't painted in a while. So we are going to take this paint, and I would suggest for you to make sure that you paint this in even layers. I'm going to show you what you shouldn't do here. See how I'm just smothering it with yellow paint? This is not too good, actually. Whenever this goes to dry, it's not gonna dry evenly, and I'm gonna have a difficult time with it. But I'm going to paint it like this just to show you what it will do later. Alright, that looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and let that paint dry. Alright, so it's dried for about 10 or 15 minutes. I'm gonna take my black marker and color around this bumblebee. Now, I do notice that where I painted the bumblebee using too much paint, it's very thick. You can see where I have too much paint there. It's really hard to draw these lines over that, so I'm just going to avoid it. If you notice that your bumblebee is wet, you need to make sure you're taking some time to let it dry. So go outside, play, go watch your favorite TV show or something, and then come back and draw on those lines. You also don't have to use a black marker. If you have black paint or black crown, you can also use that. Alright, I'm taking my little antenna from this other bumblebee. He won't mind, I'll give him some new antenna after this. Gonna tape that on there. Since my bumblebee is still wet, my antennae are not sticking on there very well. The tape is not adhering to the toilet paper roll. Adhering means sticking. So, as much as I try to push down that tape and get my antenna to stay up, it's just not working. So please take my word when you're painting your bumblebee. Make sure that you paint a smooth, even layer on it. And make sure the paint dries. Alright, so I have actually given my bumblebee more time to dry. I would say give it 20 minutes, just to be safe. Alright, put my little dots on there. I got my antenna, it's already in that J shape. This is working much better. There we go. If your tape keeps coming up, your bumblebees might still be wet. In that case, you need to let it dry even more. Alright, get that letter J pipe cleaner here and tape on your second one. Ooh, he's starting to look pretty cool. I love this. Alright, once you're done with it, you can sing the baby bumblebee song. Let's do that right now. I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Ouch! It stung me. I'm squishing up the baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm squishing up the baby bumblebee. Ugh, it's yucky. I'm wiping off the baby bumblebee. Now my mommy won't be mad at me. I'm wiping off the baby bumblebee. See, mommy? Now my hands are all clean.
Please don't squish up bumblebees. They play an important role in our ecosystem. Here's some fun facts about bumblebees and why they're important to us. Unlike most native bees, but like honeybees, bumblebees are social insects that live in colonies, usually located underground, particularly in abandoned holes made by rodents. Bumblebees' nests contain between 50 and 500 individuals. Wow, that's a big family. Did you know that bumblebees' wings beat 130 or more times per second? That ability, combined with their large size, enables the bees to perform a unique service called buzz pollination. Buzz pollination is where they move their wings and vibrate the flowers until the flowers release their pollen. Wow, that's cool. Here's another fun fact. Bumblebees do not produce honey. However, they do provide pollination services that are very important to us consumers. For instance, they help to pollinate pink raspberries and peppers and hothouse tomatoes. They also pollinate other fruits and vegetables we consume. I hope you enjoyed learning about bumblebees, but please remember to be kind to all bees, because all bees are important pollinators. Now we're going to learn the bumblebee chant. Stand on your feet and stretch, and let's get ready to do some dancing.
This is the bumblebee chant. Put it on your TikTok. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. If you want to do the bumblebee dance, here's how you do it. Every time you hear the letter B, you're going to stomp. B-U-M-B-L-E-B. Got it? B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. Last time. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. Now I'm going to show you the clapping part. After we spelled bumblebee, on those last two E's, we're going to clap them. So it looks like this. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. Do it with me. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. Great. Now let's put that together. Stomp on the B's and smack on the E's. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. Now, if you have your little bumblebee, you can do the bumblebee chant with me. It looks like this. Every time we hear the B, we're going to put our bumblebee's bottom to the ground. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. Do it with me. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. Muy bien. Very good. Now we're going to make our little bumblebee fly in the air every time we say E-E. So it looks like this. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. Can you try that with me this time? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. Last time. B-U-M-B-L-E-B-E-E. Bumblebee. Yay! Good job! The bumblebees are happy. I hope you enjoyed our little bumblebee chant, and now you know how to spell bumblebee. I love it.
Well, kiddos, that concludes today's lesson. Thank you for joining me on this Melody Miércoles Wednesday. I really hope you enjoyed learning about bumblebees and making them as well. Remember, be kind to all bees because they're very important to our environment. Thank you for joining me, and please feel free to leave a friendly comment after watching my video and push the subscribe button. Oh, and don't forget to like that video and let your friends know how much fun you're having. Alright, I hope to see you next Wednesday. Adios, amigos!